What's up, everybody? It's your boy Randall D, TechGeek RLD. I'm coming at you with another video. Today we're going to take a look at the full review of the LG X Charge. Here's the box right here. Of course, we'll need to do another unboxing. I got a video for that already on the channel, but first up, let's take a look at the device itself. So looking at the materials here, it's made of plastic. On this side, you got your power button. Toward the back, you got your speaker in the bottom corner, you got the LG logo, and you also have your 13 megapixel camera and a flash, no fingerprint reader. On the other side, you get your volume up and down buttons, and you also have a tray that houses the SIM card and micro SD card. Toward the front, you got a 720p screen, which is LCD, not AMOLED, and you also get your earpiece and front camera and things of that nature. So the phone itself is made of plastic because it's a budget phone, but this is the type of phone you take to work. This is the type of phone you simply take with you to simply get the job done. So next, let's talk about the specs. Now, this is when I get a little bit scientific and speak a little geek to you, but I'm gonna try to make it simple as possible. So the screen itself comes in at 5.5 inches at 720p. That's 1280 by 720 pixels. In other words, it's 720p, not 1080p, not 1440p like the Note 8 and the S8 Plus, but 720p. So it's gonna be a little blurry. It's not gonna be as sharp as a iPhone 8 or a S8 Plus, but like I said, this is a budget phone. It just gets the job done. Let's talk about the battery. The battery comes in at 4,500 milliamps. That's enough battery power to last you at least 2 days because the phone is only running at 720p pixels. So 4,500 milliamps for the battery. The back camera is 13 megapixels with a flash. So that's good enough to take decent pictures when you need to pull your camera out, snap a photo here and there. Like I said, this phone, it just gets the job done. You know what I'm saying? This is not for filming weddings and filming special events. It just gets the job done. Next, the processor is a Qualcomm Snapdragon quad-core processor, so it's good enough to run games, play your music, multitask. The phone won't bog or slow down too much because it is quad-core, so that's good enough as it is. As far as RAM, the phone has 2 gigs of RAM, so you're able to run your apps without worrying about them force closing in the background when you open another app. For storage, the phone comes with 16 gigabytes of storage. It actually comes with 9 gigabytes out the box because some of that 16 has to be used for the OS and for the software that comes with the phone. So you're looking at 9 gigabytes out the box, but don't worry in that department either. You can also add a micro SD card and expand your memory up to 32, 64, or even 128 gigabytes depending on what size your micro SD card is. So at the end of the day, this phone, it just gets the job. It gets the job done. That's all I can say. It's a pretty good budget phone. It just simply gets the job done. Taking a look at some of the software here. This is another phone that's skinned by LG. So the user interface by LG devices is usually called the UX interface, which is very minimal, but it's not as plain as vanilla Android like on a Pixel phone. So looking at the tray here, you got your toggles up here. If you go into settings, things are themed or skinned just slightly, just a little bit. It's not fully feature packed like an LG V30 or G6, but it still has a little couple extra features added, and but at the same time, you know, it's balanced. It's very balanced. It's just not fully featured as your high-end flagship LG phone. All right, so take a look at some of these sample photos I took. Let's talk about the camera department. The camera comes in at 13 megapixels on the back, and it comes in at 5 megapixels on the front. Now the cameras do support HDR option, and also supports the burst shot option where you can hold the shutter button and take multiple photos at the same time. It also does digital zoom up to 4x. And it also does gesture shot where you can hold your fist out and take a selfie, and you can also say, you know, LG or say cheese and things like that, and the phone will hear your voice and snap the photo also. As far as video is concerned, the phone can capture a maximum of 1080p at 30 frames per second. It cannot capture 4K. It cannot capture slow motion, things like that. That's for the flagship phones. You know, they got to cut some price somewhere, right? It's a budget phone. So 1080p, 30 frames per second, it's 720p, and 5 megapixels on the front, 13 megapixels on the back. At the end of the day, when you take this phone to work with you and you're on the floor and something pops off and you got to quickly record the moment, you know, this phone does it justice. You know, you pull your phone out, take a picture, or pull your phone out, hit video record. I would not use this phone at no wedding or no ceremony event, things like that. This is not the phone for that. It's not going to happen. But if you just need to take a random photo real quick, this phone, it'll get the job done. All right, so next, let's talk about gaming on the LG X Charge. So I got my controller paired to the phone via Bluetooth. If you notice, the current Xbox One S controllers and the PS4 controllers use the Bluetooth radio. Go to your options in your phone, go to your settings, pair the controller to your phone, and you're good to go. So I'm playing Sonic 2 right here, and the game run pretty fine and smooth. I didn't see too many drop frame rates. It was pretty stable for the most part. I was able to play the first stage perfectly fine. This also is a good phone if you want to pass down to your kids to play Temple Run, Subway Surfers, Tetris, things like that. You know, you don't want to give your kids your $800 Galaxy Note 8 and S8 Plus and iPhone 8. You know, they've been done, dropped it, cracked the screen. You have some other problems. But give them this LG X Charge to play to keep them content, and you're good to go. As you can see, Sonic is running just fine on here. It's a pretty good phone, pretty nice and stable. My controller works with it. PS4 controller works. You know, no complaints here. Runs pretty fine and smooth. All right, everybody, so that basically wraps up the review of the LG X Charge. If you're interested in picking up an LG X Charge, you can pick yours up today from Xfinity Mobile. The price of the phone is only $7.50 a month to finance it for 24 months, 0% APR, or you can also buy it out front and pay it off in full by paying for the retail price of the phone, which is $180. So if you do like I did, you can do the $7.50 a month, but you also get paid for your plan. Now, Xfinity Mobile requires you to have Xfinity, the internet service. And on top of that, you got two choices you could choose. You could choose by the gig, which is $12 per gigabyte, or you can go unlimited, which is $45 per line. And if you do that option, the speeds will be reduced once you hit 20 gigabytes. So they kind of they'll throttle your speeds once you get 20 gigabytes. It's not fully unlimited, such as your home broadband connection or your Xfinity internet service at home. But nonetheless, when you're out and about, to prevent from using your gig of LTE data, you can connect to Xfinity, the 1 million Xfinity Wi-Fi hotspots out there in the world. So it's a pretty good deal. It's your boy Randall D. That wraps up the review of the LG X Charge. If you look below, please hit that thumbs up button. Also, please subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. I'm a new YouTuber trying to grow my channel. I ain't up there yet with MKBHD and all the other famous YouTubers yet, but hopefully I'll get there one day. So please hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to comment below on your thoughts and opinion of the review as I continue to take ideas and grow my channel. It is what it is. You know my slogan, first of all, I'ma learn today. And also, at the end of the day, you're gonna learn today. All right, everybody.